Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at inspireddisorder.com/plus.
This is The Ray Taylor Show.
Rayz Dayz, episode 132 of the show, where I just talk about my week. If you want to know me, you want to get to know me, follow along on my quote-unquote journey, this is the show that you would want to listen to. And if not, check out the others, movie reviews, all that kind of stuff. My week, pretty good. Didn't get extra stuff done that I wanted to. Kind of got ahead on things for next week. But still, hopefully, by the end of the month, I hope to have produced a bunch of new merch. New prints, new t-shirts, all of that stuff. I have yet to do it. Maybe by the time this episode comes out 6 days after I record it, so it gives me a little leeway. Maybe I will get some done this week. That's my plan this week, is to actually do that stuff. But I stayed ahead on everything so that I still have that time to devote to getting all that stuff done. But otherwise, it's been a pretty good week, watching a lot of movies, watched a lot of the Halloween movies, a franchise of films that has a lot of offshoots. The best type of way I've seen it put is it's kind of a choose-your-own-adventure of franchises go. Like, watch the very first Halloween movie, and then if you want to see the movie with this character living, if you want to see the movie but it takes place 20 years later, or you want to see the movie where it takes 40 years later, watch this. Or if you want to see a reboot of the film, you watch the Rob Zombie ones. If you want to see a movie that is completely different, watch Halloween 3. So I've watched almost all the Halloween movies at this point. A fun franchise, let me tell you. And it's been kind of difficult trying to rank them. Next week will be my top 5 Halloween movies, just as we approach Halloween, as it were. Good timing on my part. I think it will come out the day before Halloween. So I've been watching a lot of those, which is nice. It's also got some rain last night, which is, I love it. I'm in a desert, so anytime it rains, I soak it up. I really enjoy it. Reminds me of being in Denver, where it would rain almost every day. But yeah, so it's been a good week. The month has been going by too fast. Like, I wish October was longer, because I've been watching. There's so many horror movies I want to watch still, and I don't think I'm going to get to. Obviously, not going to get to all of the horror movies that I want to watch, but definitely been watching a lot. And maybe I'll extend the month of horror movies that has been October, maybe extend that into November a little bit, because I have been enjoying watching these horror films, and so that's been nice. That's been nice, despite the fact that I haven't really been sleeping that great, and got like crazy migraines a couple nights. I don't know if that's because I have been spending a lot of time like editing stuff, or I don't know what it is. I think maybe it could be just the weather and allergies, and I don't know. I think maybe there's a lot of things. But it's horrible getting migraines. I used to just get migraines. Usually when I would drink all the time, I would get migraines more regularly. And usually I would get them in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping, right? I would wake up with a migraine in the middle of the night and then just not be able to sleep all night, dealing with a migraine. And I've gotten some like during the day, which is not a time of day I'm used to getting migraines and dealing with them, and it's just annoying. And also having annoying dreams. Like, I've been having, like, even though I sleep, like, I've been having crazy dreams. I've talked about a few of them in past episodes, but like, I'll be having these dreams where like I need to go somewhere or do something, but like, and I know in the dream what I need to do, but I can't actually do it, right? Like, I keep getting distracted by other things, and I just can never get to do this basic thing. Super annoying. right? It's almost like when you have a dream, like if you're fighting in a dream and you go to throw a punch and it's like underwater in slow motion, that kind of frustration. That's like my entire dream. And then I wake up and I'm mentally exhausted because it doesn't feel like I've slept at all. Because my brain has been like just constantly working. Annoying. But I did discover a new little treat, especially colder weather, drinking warmer, drinking warm tea. I've been into tea for the past year, but there's a combination that I gotten into. One, peppermint tea. I love peppermint tea in general. Delicious peppermint tea. Good. What I decided to make was peppermint tea and then pour that into hot cocoa mix. So it's almost like a junior mint type of a treat drink. Chocolatey, minty, so good. So good. So that's a little... I'm definitely going to be making more of those as it continues to get colder. And it's not even cold. Like, it still gets to like 90 degrees during the day, and the coldest it gets at night is like 75. So it's colder for here. During the summer, it was like 100 degrees at night and then 125 degrees during the day. So it's way colder than that. But still, I don't have any blankets on my bed. I'm not like bundling up in a hoodie or anything. So it's not really cold weather, but just any temperature change and I'm ready to drink hot. I'm like so ready for colder weather. Right? And it's not going to last that long, which is a bummer, but whatever. But that was a nice little thing that I sure I didn't invent, but I glad that I had that idea because it was nice, It was nice. Let's take a little break from the show to promote. If you sign up for Inspired Disorder Plus for 1 year specifically, you get a free painting. So a year subscription of Inspired Disorder Plus is $50. The painting, the majority of them are $100. So it's a $150 value signing up for 1 year of Inspired Disorder Plus. So not only do you get a free painting, but you also are subscribed to Plus for a year, which means that you can binge this show, The Ray Taylor Show, ad-free, the full week, ad-free, available on Monday. You also get discounts that are members-only pricing type of deals. All of the podcasts that I've produced in the past, close to 20 different podcasts I've produced, hundreds of episodes. There's also my personal blog. You can ask me anything if you want to start podcasting or get into art. All of that stuff available in addition to a free painting when you sign up to 1 year subscription of Inspired Disorder Plus. Head on over to inspireddisorder.com/plus and become an Inspired Disorder Plus member today. And now let's get back to the show. But I'm ready for it to cool down more. I'm not ready for October to be over. I'm sure it's going to be the new year before I even know it. Like, time is going by way too fast. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Because unless things change financially as far as my income, at a certain point, I'm going to have to start thinking about getting an actual job, which I haven't had an actual job in years, but it seems like that's where it's going. And because things are going so fast, it feels like that's right around the corner. Now, I've survived a lot longer than I have. Like, I didn't even think I would make it till the end of the year. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to make it through 2022, but I don't want to have to ever. So really, sign up for Inspired Disorder Plus, buy some artwork. If you have an art lover, buy gift certificates. Please support me. Tell your friends. Tell people on social media. Just spread the word. Please. I want to keep doing this stuff. I love doing this stuff. I love painting. I love podcasting. I love all this stuff. So I'm hoping that's one reason I want time to slow down, but also I'd love to spend the cold month that we get in the desert as long as possible. I'm not ready for another summer out here. But with all that negative stuff said, this is a quick episode. It's going to be a quick episode. I started last week talking about things I'm thankful for. And I want to start every episode at least talking about one thing that I'm thankful for. Last week was my first week. I gave a bunch of reasons that I'm thankful for, right? Kind of maybe exhausted a little bit, too many opportunities at once, using too many things, but it's still, I very thankful episode, last episode. But this episode, I still am going to have something. I'm going to force myself, if only to have more thanks and be more positive with the things I talk about on the show. Let's take a little break from the show to promote gift certificates. If you want to purchase artwork for somebody, you have an art lover in your life, and you think they would like my art, but you don't know what painting to get them. I have over 2,000 original pieces of art for sale in my store, along with shirts and prints and other things. So I can understand that being a bit daunting if you're trying to buy something for somebody else. Give them the gift certificate, and then they can go to my website, inspireddisorder.com, and they can buy whatever paintings they want. They can buy whatever prints they want. They can buy t-shirts. They can buy hats. They can buy all the different merch. Gift certificates, which are available currently at inspireddisorder.com. And now let's get back to the show. I want to say that I'm thankful to be living at a time where my favorite band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, has reunited with their original guitarist, John Frusciante, to put out not only one album this year, but to put out 2 albums. The second of which was released this week as I'm recording it, so it's been a week and a half since when this episode finally comes out. But the Return of the Dream Canteen, I believe, is the title. I enjoy both albums. I still like music. I prefer the music they make with John Frusciante and also Rick Rubin as producer versus the albums they put out with their other guitarist when Frusciante was gone. They put out like 2 or 3 albums. They're not horrible, but there's definitely I like it a lot less than I think Frusciante. His guitar playing is next level. You have Flea playing a lot of trumpet on a lot of these tracks, playing piano. I love Flea. Flea is probably one of my favorite artists. Like just his essence, he's just full of energy and joy, and just has a passion for art and a passion for learning, and does a lot to pass that on to next generations. But yeah, I'm glad that, like, in a time where, as everything's more connected, we're finding out different musicians, different artists, different people have a side to them that is disgusting, right? People getting canceled. You see Kanye West turning into a white supremacist. You see Bill Cosby turning into a serial rapist, right? All of these kind of people that you grew up loving their work. I never really liked Kanye, but he's an example. I still love the Chili Peppers. They were, when my mom, she bought Blood Sugar Sex Magic for herself because they were a popular band. That was the popular band. That was a new hot album. Right? That's the album with Under the Bridge, Give It Away. All of, like, so many. I love that album, right? My favorite album of theirs, probably. She wasn't into it. Gave it to me. Gave me the CD. And then from there, I bought some of their older CDs and then have collected their stuff. Every time they put something new out, I love it. Some big album releases have lined up with a lot of big life changes I've made in my life, which is, kind of a cool roadmap to be sharing with the band in some way. So it's a band that I like. It's a band that inspires me. Their creativity, their ability to evolve and change over time, to experiment with new sounds and to try new things. I absolutely love it. I love their music, and not that they're perfect people. They have their flaws, but they're not like horrible. Right? I don't feel bad for liking them. I don't feel bad for enjoying their music. Despite the fact that I think there's a lot of people, it's very common, I think, for people to poo-poo them or not like them. You know, people make fun of Anthony Kiedis' lyrics sometimes, or lack of lyrics sometimes, his scatting of things. But I think that's just, he has a very free style with how he writes. He's a very poetic style with how he writes, how he uses words, how he uses sounds. And it's a band that I think I enjoy what they do. I really do. And I really enjoy when they work with Rick Rubin. I think there is a rawness that he brings to the table that allows kind of just their innate creativity to shine through versus some of the other producers that feel like it's just too overproduced. Right? The producer is almost doing too much. Where I think Rick Rubin is good at molding artists to be their best selves and to put out their best work. I think that's what he's able to do when he works with people versus other producers that almost, you know, they almost it's like too much processing, you know, like as opposed to like less is more kind of an idea. Anyway, I love it. I'm very thankful to still be a fan of their music. And I'm very, like, it was a surprise. It was such a surprise. Like, I was stoked when they just released the first album this year, which I think it was this year. It may have been early last year. I forget what it's called, too. But it's like that neon sign of their logo is the album art. And didn't have any idea. I was just stoked that Frusciante was back, and I was stoked that they put out another album. I was thankful for that. And then to have this surprise come out that not only did they record one album, they recorded 2 albums. So it's almost like their Stadium Arcadium double album that they did, which a great album as well. I don't know. They've done like so many hits. So many great songs. I really do enjoy their music, and I'm glad I still enjoy their music. I'm glad they're still making music. Like, they easily could have died in the 90s. But somehow they survived. Somehow they've continued to grow. They've continued to evolve. And I still, like, I think younger generations are still into them just as much as when they were young themselves. So I'm very thankful for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I'm very thankful for you, for watching, for listening, however you consume my podcast. I appreciate you, I thank you, and I hope you have an amazing day as well. Peace.
New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.